Hi, Nancy here from MasterJobSkills. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about problem solving and being the solution, not the problem. So if you want to stand out in any job interview, there's one skill that the employers consistently rank at the top, and that is how to solve problems. And it does involve decision making as well. Here's the catch. Most candidates say they're good at it. Few can actually prove it. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 powerful steps to demonstrate your problem-solving skills in an interview, so you don't just answer the questions, you actually get hired. Okay, I just went a little too far. So as I said, my name's Nancy, and here's my bio. I've had several years management experience. I've owned and operated small businesses. I have recruited, interviewed, hired, and trained many employees over the years. I'm a soft skills educator, workshops, online courses. I'm a professor at a local business college, and I'm also a brain wellness consultant. Okay. So let's get into step number 1. Step number 1 is really identifying the problem. You need to do some research, and you don't just jump into a solution. You have to be very well organized, and you start by understanding what the problem is. So in your interview, avoid those vague answers. Instead, be very specific. For example, in my previous role, we noticed a drop in customer satisfaction scores over a 2-month period. This shows you can identify what the problem is and why it matters. And then you're going to tell the employers how you have worked through a solution and reviewed it and made it work for you. And so you're going to turn that problem into a positive, okay? So it tells employers that you're thoughtful. You don't just react, knee-jerk reaction. You get right to the core of the problem and you continue it. So what you're going to do, you're going to state that problem clearly with understanding, being specific, showing the employer that you have clarity, not reacting. Okay, step number 2. Break it all down into steps, because you can't just take a big problem and then create a solution without breaking it down. So great candidates will show a structure in their thinking. After identifying the problem, you're going to walk the interviewer through the process of what you did. What did you analyze? What factors did you consider? And what options did you evaluate? So for example, I broke the issue down into 3 areas: response time, product quality, and communication. It shows that you don't get overwhelmed, you're organized. Okay. So the next one is take initiative. So show the interviewer that you took initiative. You didn't just wait and waited till someone told you what to do. Employers love candidates who don't wait to be told what to do. You highlight the moments where you took ownership of the issue and that you took charge of it and that you actually started working on it. I took the initiative to gather feedback directly from customers and shared it with the team. And that's how you can work through a decision on how to proceed to solve the problem. Even if it wasn't technically your responsibility, stepping up is what makes you stand out, okay? So you're going to focus on results, okay? That's not step number 4. So this is where most people fail. They explain what they did, but not what happened when they did. Always finish your story with measurable results. Did efficiency improve from what we did? Did sales increase? Did complaints decrease? For example, you might say, as a result of our work, customer satisfaction scores improved by 25% within 1 quarter. Very specific numbers make your story believable and memorable, and you can show them that you are very direct and succinct in how you're describing the process right from the problem to identifying it and all the steps you've taken. And of course, at the very end, you do focus on those results, because if things didn't work quite well, what do you think you would do? Well, you'd go back and you would reevaluate. And you may have had an option 2 that maybe somebody in your team or you have thought about, but you went with option 1. Maybe all you have to do is tweak option 1 a little bit, make some minor changes, or maybe you need to go directly to option 2 and work through that process. So those are things that, whatever scenario you have, you're going to explain it. And you're not going to take 5 minutes to explain it. You're going to be very direct and relevant in what you're saying. So that benefit is that you're taking responsibility for your decisions. And that goes over really, really well with an interviewer. Okay, so step 5 in the interview is actually that you're going to show the employer that you are able to learn and adapt according to what the needs are and how to get your objectives met in the workplace. So problem solving isn't just about fixing one issue, it's about improving long term. End your answer with what you learned. So here's where you wrap it up in an interview. This experience taught me to proactively gather feedback before small issues became larger problems. End of quote. This shows growth. Employers hire people who can evolve and who can change with the times, because we know that things change all the time and we have to keep on top of those things and adapt accordingly. So when you have that willingness to seek feedback during the process, the benefit is that employers are impressed with your high quality work ethic. That equals trust. That equals potential for being hired and promoted. Okay, so there you go. There you have it. So let's just recap. So the 5 points are: research and identify the problem. Break it down into small pieces for clarity and see where exactly you need to make improvements. Then you take initiative, you implement an action plan that's going to solve that problem, and you implement it. And then you review the results. You always have to go back and review what you've done. And you gain feedback from all the stakeholders, people who are involved in that. And that shows that you are capable of growing and being adaptable in any situation. That is golden in a job interview. Okay, and that's why I've done a whole video on this. And I know it's not a very long one, but it's very powerful. Okay, so here's your action that you're going to do. Practice, practice. Take a couple of scenarios where you actually did solve a problem. Go through those 5 steps. Consider a small problem that needs attention. Work through these steps and implement your solution. Review it. If it needs improvement, repeat the process. Now you have the formula. So you can get your script together and what you want to say, and so that you can put it into as few words as necessary, enough to explain it, but don't go on and on and on, because you'll lose their interest. So you have to keep them compelled about, you're telling a story of how you solved a problem, you made decisions, you took action, you took responsibility for your actions. Okay, very, very powerful. Okay, so there are many other videos on topics that will get you hired. I do teach a lot about essential skills that are required to get hired and also to grow once you are in a job that you want. So you want to develop your essential workplace skills. So if you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe, leave your comments on what you would like to learn next. There are other videos mentioned in the description section, or you can go back to MasterJobSkills at MasterJobSkills HQ, and you'll see all of my videos there. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.